sounds good, it looks good, and it's actually pretty quick, making this one of the best, but also one of the last regular cab full-size pickup trucks that you can buy for the year 2025. And if you guys get anything out of this video today, please consider liking this video, comment your thoughts and opinions below, subscribe if you haven't already, if you like what you see and you want to watch more of my vehicle reviews, and with that said, let's get right into it. Welcome back, guys, or if you're new to my channel, this is Automotive Anonymous. That's a 2025 Chevy Silverado. It has the TurboMax engine, which makes a lot of power. It has the standard size bed, so it's the best proportionate, not necessarily the most work-oriented little pickup truck, but it's actually one of the last regular cab trucks that you can buy for this year. And after driving it around for a little while and showing you what that's like to drive it in just a few minutes following this walk around, I think you guys are going to fall in love with it like I do. But I'm also kind of a regular cab short bed fanboy. I like those trucks. I like when people build these into race trucks, although their ultimate purpose was meant for work, as designated by the fact that Chevy is only offering this as a work truck. Personally, I wonder where the Trail Boss variation is. What about the 6.2 liter Ecotec or the 3 liter diesel? I've been driving a lot of those recently, and that would be a kilo power plant in one of these, making over 30 miles per gallon and doing a pretty fast 0 to 60 run, which I know that's not the purpose of this. So let's get on to it. What is this truck about? Well, it has the TurboMax engine that has 310 horsepower, 430 pound-feet of torque. It also has a 100,000 mile warranty, which you're probably going to appreciate because some of these 8-speed transmissions in the past have had some issues, have had some fluttering and some concerns. But I actually talked to the service center right before filming this, and they say that they haven't seen any more of the 8-speed automatic transmission issues compared to the 10 speeds. Basically, if you maintain your fluids, you do all the recommendations and the services, you're probably not going to be spending much time in the shop. So driving this around, it's actually well balanced, it's very well proportionate, but it is the biggest regular cab truck that I've ever seen. Not necessarily this one, but this generation. I've driven a number of these and I like them quite a lot. It can tow almost 10,000 pounds. It has a payload capacity, which is actually pretty impressive at over 2,100 pounds for a half-ton truck. That's more than a ton of payload. But keep in mind, that's going through the inside and the bed. That's not complete the bed. You know, if you have 500 pounds of passengers back here, you can have 1,600 pounds of payload back here. But if we do look on the interior of it, you'll notice a lot of black plastic materials. Not necessarily the nicest finishes, but durable ones that are going to last you a long time. And then these vinyl seats and the vinyl floors that you could basically spray out with a hose, they're actually really comfortable. I love the center seat, and I love the fact that when you slide the seat forward and you recline it with the handle, you actually have a lot of room back here. For instance, check out how much room you have behind the passenger seat and the center console or the middle seat. So you can actually do a lot of stuff with your Silverado. Even for being a regular cab, that's a lot more room than the Silverados of the past had. This one is rated for about 17 city, 20 highway. So with the gas tank, which will vary depending on your spec, there's 5 different bed and cab configurations, but they seem to range between 24 gallons to 30 gallons. So you could go 500-600 miles on a tank of gas. And when you have the Silverado nameplate on the back of the bed, which I think looks pretty good, I would get some vinyl lettering to fill that in, some black accents for this. It's not a soft, dampened tailgate, but it isn't too heavy. You have 500-pound tie downs at each corner. There's 3 all around. No lighting, no outlet. That's basically what those blank buttons are. And then without the bed liner, you can basically see the seam sealer back here. But the bed height is 21 to 22 inches. It's around 50 inches or just over 4 feet between the wheel wells, about 70 inches or almost 6 feet if you go between the actual side skirts of the bed. So you have quite a bit of bearing capacity back here. With this roughly 80-inch or 6'7", 6'8" bed, you have quite a bit of room. I do wish it had a sliding rear window or, like the Tundra, a vertical window. It does have a shark fin antenna up top, and I like the black accents on the side caps on the front grille. I think this grille actually looks really good. You have black tow recovery straps, which I like the Chevy bow tie. And then for 2025, TurboMax is no longer an ashamed trim level where you don't have that listed, but now you do, just like the Duramax, just like the 6.2, it's on the hood with the little bulge. And then these wheels, these general grabbers, they actually have about 10-30 seconds of tread. It is an HTS tire. You can see you don't have any wheel well protection. You might want to get your frame coated, you know, if you live in a salt belt. But overall, this is a pretty cool truck. So with that said, I think we've gone through it enough. Let's hop inside and take it for a drive. Sitting inside here, you feel really high up because your head is almost the height of the roof, which is over 6 feet high. You have good visibility overall. Being a regular cab, you can really see a lot out of here. You can see your cargo capacity and everything. You even have this cutout for your head to give you at least a few inches above my head where I'm 5'11". You have some storage up here. You have the basic dashboard heads-up display cutout. I actually haven't seen those engage yet, so I'm not sure that this truck has it, but they're just going to be reusing the same dashboard to save some R&D costs. The horn, it's actually loud, sounds pretty good. You don't have any controls on the right, but you do have your cruise control settings right here. 4x4 options right here, some lighting options, trailering. No trailer brake on this one, but you do have an electronic parking brake. These are your other options. I love that you have physical dials, the climate controls. The speakers in this actually can get super loud, way louder than anyone's gonna be reasonably wanting to listen to it. And then maybe it's because of the acoustics in here, but for being the base work truck speaker system, it actually sounds pretty good. It's just gonna get distorted the louder you go, up beyond about half of the volume dial, because then it was just getting too loud. So it feels like if you turn the speakers up all the way, it'd probably blow out the speakers, so be careful of that. But you have some under-seat storage. You have the storage up here. You have a little strap to pull it up and down. And overall, it's a pretty nice place to be. So let's fire it up. If you don't have your seatbelt on, it's not going to let you shift into gear. The shifter will be locked. So that's kind of an interesting thing. Otherwise, let's take it on the road for just a few minutes. And if you've made it this far, let's get to the 0 to 60 first of all. 0 to 60 in the regular cab. Density altitude's about 4,200 feet, so this vehicle is down on power, probably 6%. I have it in 4 auto. Traction is off, brake rev, let's see what it can do. That felt really healthy. First gear especially pulled really strong. 0 to 60, 6.83, and a little bit faster if you discredit rollout. Okay, so under 7 seconds 0 to 60 in this regular cab truck with a 100,000 mile warranty and 20 miles per gallon. I don't think that's too bad. I'm going to turn off noise cancellation on my microphone. Hopefully you guys can hear a little bit more of the turbo whistle, but it's going to be way more audible in person than it is on camera. Partial throttle, just getting up to the speed limit. This thing is no joke. This is one of the fastest bone stock Silverados I've ever driven. If you want to see how it compares to the other trim levels, check out last year's 0 to 60 comparison of all 4 trim levels, or this year where I didn't use a regular cab, but I found a full-size crew cab, and you'll see just what the difference is in 0 to 60 between the bed sizes and the cab configurations and compared to the other engines. So for being a 4-cylinder with high compression, I think this is about 10 to 1. It's actually a pretty good ride. It's pretty smooth just driving around. If I set cruise control, let's see, cruise is on. We're going 60 miles an hour. You know, it's actually doing a pretty darn good job. It's smooth. We're idling at about 1,500 RPM. And overall, I'm having a pretty good time in this truck. I do feel like I'm well protected in this regular cab, even though the bed is right behind you. I just wish we had some extra creature comforts as options for the higher trim levels, which there aren't any higher trim levels. Overall, I think this is a pretty good vehicle. If you got anything out of this video, please consider liking this video. Comment your thoughts and opinions below. Always go check out the competition and the vehicles that I review for yourself. Don't just take my word for it, because I'm some random guy that you met on the internet. So go out, drive one of these, drive the competition, drive the 5-liter F-150 regular cab. That sure is a stout little vehicle. But anyways, this is a good vehicle. If you want this one or a heavily discounted one of any of other, the models and the trim levels, check out the Twin Falls Chevy. I will link them below. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Hope you take care, and until next time, see you guys.